Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and specifically welcome back to my playing series where I play live for YouTube without the benefit of cherry picking games. Today I'm going to be playing the best Tier 9 heavy inside the game. So without further ado, what is it going to be exactly? I'm going to be using the win rate difference on the Awesome Tomato GG website, which is the difference between average win rate and the win rate that the tank is achieving. Otherwise, it would just be the tank that all the sweaty players are picking. However, in this case, it's not only the tank that the sweaty players are picking, it is the tank that is also allowing them to boost their win rate more than any other vehicle. It is the Concept 1B, but an honorable mention should be made to the Object 752 and the Object 7772, which are also two reward vehicles that are really good at boosting their, I nearly said your opponents, your win ratio, and also tech tree wise, the Object 705. What a surprise! Soviet tanks, easy, right? You can be a player of any kind of skill and still be able to dominate inside those Soviet vehicles. And I just realized I got to do my crew skills. Okay, brothers, repairs, recon, emergency, coordination, practicality, probably on a heavy, nice and easy. For my bonus qualifications on my radio operator, that's going to be situational awareness, firefighting for sure, and probably side by side because you fight with heavies quite a lot. Jamming would also be a good option if you don't feel that side by side is giving much value. For my driver, brothers in arms, repairs, Deadeye, probably not going to sit still in a heavy tank all of that much, so I'm not going to take concentration, so I'll pick armorer instead. I don't really fancy designated target that much, but it's really nice to be able to see crits inside, so I'm going to take that. And I'll probably go with the snapshot as well. Quick aiming, it's pretty good, but I feel like the other skills will give me more value. And I really like designated target purely from seeing what damaged modules there are. Driver skills wise, brothers in arms, repairs, engineer. Off-road driving pretty good, controlled impact just lovely for, but this isn't really that much of a ramming heavy when I think about it. It's not the heaviest of vehicles, it only weighs 44 tons, and I think this is my T57 heavy crew as well. So I'm actually not going to use controlled impact. I think I'll go for off-road driving, smooth ride, and clutch braking instead. I think that's going to give me more value on heavy tanks that are not exactly intended. Brothers in arms, repairs, ammo tuning, intuition for that quick mag switch. Close quarters combat useful on this tank, but not very useful on the T57 heavy. Adrenaline rush pretty good all round. Because for close quarters combat on the T57 heavy, that's going to be useless because by the time that you've probably killed the enemy tank, hopefully, before you're going to end up reloading. So I'm going to take safe stowage. I'm going to take adrenaline rush. But let me clarify, close quarters combat on this vehicle would be nice, but you don't have the luxury of training tanks for your reward vehicles. You've still got to think about training them up for the tech tree tank that they're going to be in. So this new crew skill system, it definitely kind of gives reason to have not just tanks for your tech tree tanks, but also for your reward vehicles as well. Although, like, the tiny micro advantages of switching out kind of like safe stowage for close quarters combat on a tank like this especially that's not really specialized with regards to its damage per minute probably won't be the biggest of deals. Okay, so I'm spawning in on Red Shower Assault. I really like this map. I don't think I need a turbo past the initial run. So there's two ways for me to go here. One is that I go north, two is that I go south. I'm actually going to go south on this map because I feel like the north, it should be held. I'm just going to ping and hopefully someone will listen to it. So why is the concept so good? I mean, it's usually easier to list reasons why tanks like the concept aren't good, right? It's got great APCR rounds for its standard with great shell velocity. It's got heat rounds as well, so you can be able to take advantage of that. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression. It's nice and fast. Its gun handling isn't that bad. You'll see that I'm using an aiming device instead of vert stabs on this tank because its gun handling is pretty good. And I feel like I'd more benefit from improving the vehicle's horrible accuracy. Oh my lord, I might be about to get popped. I think I'm going to have to stop behind this building for a second. Luckily my armor holds up. We bounced the Conway's gun. And I think I'll just chill for just a second or two, but I really need to try and get into that corner. So, it looks like I've already made a bit of a misjudgment in this game, and that is because the 907 and the Kunze-Panzer have rushed across to the north. And when you're defending on a Red Shower Assault, it's oh so important to make sure that you don't lose either of the two flanks, either the north or the south, which means that I'm going to have to probably consider... I'm going to switch to a gold round here for the lower plate of the E100, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it was probably the right decision. So it's really important to hold both the south and the north on Red Char Assault, and because we've lost the north so convincingly, that now means that the middle is going to have a huge amount of pressure. So yeah, just a rough start for my team. Maybe I should have stayed north, but usually the north would be okay. I thought that maybe that platoon of Cobras would just rush north and actually be useful. There's an FV215B183 sitting in this position. I kind of don't want to get dumped by them, but I also kind of want to try and pressure the FV215B because I just feel so confident that 907 is going to carve up the top of this map. But getting one shot by an FV215B183 isn't going to help my team getting carved up, right? So this tank is just so darn flexible on a ridge. You could use vert stabs on this vehicle if you wanted, but I feel like the aiming device for me, it's got such good aim time that I feel like the aiming device gives me better value. Looks like I might have spotted out that E100 there. Unfortunately, the heat rounds on this tank, they're not great, but if he's got his turret facing like that, I still got a fairly okay chance to be able to go through him. But yeah, 310 millimeters of pen. It's not like the pen that you'll have on the T57 Heavy, for example, with that 340 on all those American heavies. Okay, so we got an E50 here. I've obviously got to be careful with the FV215B183 at the back, but can I really be that careful right now? I know he's going to zing me, and he's probably going to zing me for quite a significant amount. How did I bounce? Wow, the FV's firing AP. Okay, I've got about 20 seconds, so I got a bit of time to do some work with this E75 now. So we're going to fire 1, we're going to fire 2, maybe at this E50, but I'm definitely not going to fire 3, otherwise that FV will be able to shave off 1,000 of my hit points. And yeah, I must have missed that. Wow, Foch, that's bold. He's definitely taking 1,000 damage in a couple of seconds, so I might as well just take advantage of that. Why didn't the FV fire? Was that the big shell? I probably shouldn't be commentating so much. I should be listening for the shell bounces. Oh my lord, my accuracy just not working out for me right now. That 907 is doing exactly what I thought, so it's even more important now that I just try and win this flank. There we go. Okay, E50 down. Minotauro pushing north with a 907. Not really too much I can do about that. I've fired a lot of gold rounds so far this game, but this is one of those kind of like pride tanks, as in vehicles that a lot of people sweat in Onslaught to be able to get, and so they're usually quite an expensive vehicle to play from that perspective. Oh my word, a lot of people have a lot of pride when they're playing vehicles like this. It's the same with the 279E. People don't really think about trying to make credits on a vehicle like that, right? The gold is the standard rounds. So maybe, just maybe, my team might actually be able to hold off the 907. If they do that, then I could probably just try and hold this flank and wait for the E75 and the FV215B183 to push. Should I fire some of my HE rounds here? Ugh, what am I going to do, like 30 damage to him? If I hit. Even with an aiming device, even with vents, even with the field mods. Maybe I should have taken that concentration, right? Come on, maybe I definitely should have taken the concentration. But again, this vehicle isn't the kind of one that is always sitting still. And that concentration does require to sit still. And when you've got kind of a reasonable amount of weak points on this vehicle, yeah, you probably don't want to sit still for too long. If you're using your gun depression, it doesn't really expose too many of its weak points. So this game so far, I haven't lost a hit point. So I'm feeling like being a little bit more cheeky. I could rush in. It could very easily be my horrible instant death. But, Foch, I spot for you. Are you loaded? Okay, this could be just horrendous. I might get tagged by the E100. I could get tagged by everyone and their mum. But, oh well. Let's just do it anyway. Oh, I did get tagged by everyone and their mum. Oh. Oh no, E100 wants me. Hopefully I can avoid the E100 shell. No, I can't avoid anything, but at least we're getting a little bit of assistance. Oh no, the Foch only hit one of their shells. Come on, Foch, hit another one, please. No, for real? I only got 700 spotting out of all of that. Oh, disaster. It was definitely a bit of a greedy play to go in. I could see that the battle was won. Well, we're not going to win if people are making trades like that. But yeah, I could see that the battle was won. And I honestly thought that I could just go in and just have a little bit of fun. But I think it was more like the FV215B183 having fun with me. Nice shot by that guy. We'll have to take a look on battle hits to see exactly where the shell went in. Oh well, you win some and you lose some. I thought I was going to get a little bit more there. I'm just going to have to put up with the 3,500 combined that we got. Very disappointing for a marvelous tank like this. Let's take a look to see where the FV went in my vehicle. Oh, come on, son. For real? That's gotta be pretty lucky. Actually, I'm learning new things about the concept the whole time, and that is that this plate above here is only 50 millimeters thick, which means that you could get overmatched by all 151 millimeter caliber guns, and if your opponents are above you, they're gonna be able to do some mighty fine HE damage there. It also means that unless you're using your gun depression, that's gonna be very weak against heat. Oh well, just a warm-up. Let's get stuck in again. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm running credit boosters, it's because I must give a massive thank you to everyone who clicked that comeback link in a previous video, because I have something stupid now, like a couple of hundred credit boosters, and I'm taking like a week off. Well, not like completely off, but I'm taking a week more or less off World of Tanks as well. So I've got like a couple of hundred credit, I'm not even kidding you, a couple of hundred hours of credit boosting and no way to be able to use them. So I'm just throwing them away willy-nilly within that regard. Okay, let's go round 2 for the Concept 1B. Again, I'm going to use the aiming device on this map because I want to improve this vehicle's poor accuracy. And the gun handling, yeah, it's pretty good. You might not even need snapshot on a vehicle like this, but for a tank like a T-57 Heavy, snapshot and smooth ride can be useful. You're welcome, you're welcome. Nice little bit of a slowdown there for Mr. Borask, allowing him to get into position, because it's not really so important for me to be able to get into position, right? It's so weird seeing all of these new cruise skills, like side-by-side prop, just because you're near a Basante friend. But that's the way it should be. I'm very much looking forward to trying to use those kind of cruise skills in platoons. I have to admit, some of them are a little bit sad. I'll be thinking, like, I want to kind of assign those cruise skills just so I can play with my friends. I think it'd be far better if Wargaming had just allowed everyone to just reset for free the whole time. But who knows. Anyway, TNHVZ 51, right through the lower plate. Is that T10 AFK? These artillery might have something to say to me if I start nailing AFK tanks. Who managed to spot him? Oh, it was a dead LTTB. The Type 68 does a sad face in the chat for our LTTB friend. One thing I've always thought about is that you do get shots along here, and it goes both ways. I lose so many hit points poking up here and getting shot in the side, but actually, we managed to be the one who poked that point. And when it comes to sticks and pikes and stuff like that, I'd rather be the one that pokes than the one that gets poked, right? Yes. Same thing in World of Tanks as well. Brilliant. Okay, Mr. Kunzepanzer. I am kind of concerned the enemies might just YOLO down the woods. Hey, the woods? There's the beach, dude. It's not woods down there. Not woods down there. All that Borask is crossing. I am thinking about crossing over here to try and reinforce that Borask's position, because this Borask is going to run away, and then it's only a Udez holding back the whole of the enemy team. But I've got to watch out for Captain Kunzepanzer trying to shoot me in the side. Is Captain Kunzepanzer going to let me progress? I think he is. The only problem with this is it's kind of too late to hold that Borask back in a way, but also not too late to hold the Borask back in a way. I think the Kunzepanzer spotted me, that's why my coordination would have gone off. G-Saw 1010 hits me, but I've got to try and defend this position, you know? I've got to try and defend this position. Artillery wants to try and stop me from defending this position. Enemy team are 5,000 hit points and so many kills ahead. They're doing a great job. Well played to the enemy team. I'm just going to try and keep spotting here, and I'm praying that my artillery might land a shell. When the Borask is the only one spotted, that means he's quite vulnerable to artillery. And I'm just hoping this Borask is not going to run away. Oh, nice shot. Oh, not such a bit of a gulp moment there for me. Nice shot, mate. Maybe not worth it. Maybe not worth it. As we're down like 7,000 hit points now. The whole of my team. Why did the beach push? The beach should have just chilled. If the beach had chilled, it might have been okay. Aiming, 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 aiming. Lovely. Oh, Mr. Lerva, hold on. Hold on, Lerva. Hold on, Lerva. I'm thinking about falling back and, like, defending this position instead. If I poke here, I could get absolutely clapped. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going to tell this artillery to fall back. I'm just dropping out. I don't really want to just feed for the sake of feeding. Kunzepanzer's doing a good job. I'm going to drop back and try and create a more defensive position. At least that's my plan. Whether I can make it work or not remains to be seen. Is he pre-aimed for me as I go around this corner? I wonder if he realizes I'm quite a scary lad. Yeah. This position is so artillery bait, but I should be able to defend it. This is just one of those games where I've just not really been as influential as I would have wanted to have been. Oh, come on, ridgeline. I don't know. Maybe I just hung around in the middle and I didn't really make any bold, confident attacking push plays. This map, I really don't like it for a heavy tank. It's okay if your opponents like push in one by one, but they didn't really push in one by one. The enemies just did a really good job of all attacking at the same time along the east. And that's a tough old position to go to with a heavy. I feel like all I'm doing right now is going to get myself surrounded. I just can't believe how my team just rolled over. It does feel as if my team just decided that they just didn't care about this battle, with all due respect to them. Oh, why is there a G-saw behind me? Wait for the second stun. Repair, turn the gun for the G-saw, and snap. Give him some grief. Can't bounce the 50 because life hates me right now. And the Kunzepanzer's probably going to come after me. Might as well just get one more shot in. Very sad game for this tank, boys and girls. Very sad game for this tank. Just a sad game, a sad round. I don't really feel like my team held any positions. We saw like our top tier medium tanks like the Udez want to trade his tank away for absolutely nothing. None of my vision-based tanks held the east. Ah well. I'm trying to think about whether I could have tried to commit. What am I meant to do? Push the beach into a bunch of tank destroyers? And if you allow your opponents to get the high ground, then the game's done. I mean, I did double what one player did and triple what everyone else did. That was a nightmare team. But you can see that even with kind of like those nightmare teams, the concept can still perform. Disastrous round. Just one of those kind of horrible games where you just got to try and make the most of it. But I still feel like I left a little bit on the table. I think that I probably could have fallen back a little earlier and maybe held on some hit points. And I think while the position that I went into was good for supporting my allies, I honestly think I probably should have maybe pushed more aggressively. Or I should have gone into the corner. That's what I'm trying to say. If I'd gone into like the proper corner, I could have probably got some more shots at my opponents while they were advancing at me. All right, you know what? Oh, the game gave me a hard position again. If I'd spawned over there, I was going to YOLO down the east and try and show you what the speed of the concept is, which is one of the tank's strengths. This vehicle goes at 45 kilometers an hour forwards with a power to weight ratio of over 20. Once you get a turbo, and it also gets a field mod that increases that top speed limit by 40 kilometers an hour, meaning that this thing's new top speed with the turbo with the engineer perk is like 55. That is terrifying, an absolutely terrifying prospect. But considering that I spawned so far over towards the west, I don't really think there's an opportunity for me to be able to contest the east of this map. So instead I'm going to go and try and do the stereotypical stuff. I'm going to go forwards to this position on like this dead M4 here and just prepare like an ambush shot off against something that's advancing around. That's what I usually like to do here. Just look for a cheeky shot, and usually you can get a freebie as something comes around the corner here. It's a little bit of an unbalanced position, this, in a way, because there's no way for the enemy to do this to you. But then again, the enemies, if they wanted to avoid this, they could always go up the high ground. It's just going up the high ground takes a little while. And I've just got to think, am I so fast into position that I'm actually... You start to get itchy, don't you? You think, like, are the tanks actually going to come? But then you realize, dude, I got here at like 50 kilometers an hour, so yes, they are going to come. But it doesn't matter. That is a big glut of tanks. Unfortunately, there was no ambush for me. I just got to pray that we can get this artillery to help out. Alright, the BZ-176 and friends seems to want to go after us here. Remember what I said about if you don't use your gun depression in this tank, it's actually not that good. So I've got to be careful here. I'm going to load heat because a lot of the vehicles They're especially kind of like the BZ-176. I'll do better against them with heat than I will do with AP. These guys are telling me to fall back. Wow, that E3 got absolutely minced. I'm wondering if I should have fallen back here or if I have to try and hold this position here. I've just got to pray that my team start to actually, like, get some angles here. Will they get some angles? They're just going to rush me, aren't they? They don't give two craps. They just don't care. Oh my lord, world of tanks. At least I can repair my field tanks now. I've bounced a lot of tanks there. Don't think it matters though. I think everyone behind me has to be reloading, right? Ouch. Well, yeah. This is a rough one today. Where are my teams at, dude? Seriously, where are my teams at? Why is this T-57 Heavy running away on full health? You've lost the game. And the Super Conqueror, you've lost the game. You didn't create lines of fire. And you've lost. You can't just constantly fall back. You've got to try and make a stand. And try and hold those positions. Well, I put 5 out of 5 in. Just another horrendous team. This is a brutal one today. I guess by far one of the biggest problems with this game is it looks like our T110E3 got double tracked trying to get into position. Oh man. Oh, if we just had that E3 sitting there or somewhere, maybe we could have held. Well, at least it wasn't a 15-0. Man. So in this kind of a situation, what could I have done better? I could have fallen back, but I just thought I needed to create a crossfire with my team. I had to hope that maybe when they pushed, the 2 tier 10 heavy tanks behind me would have absolutely let rip. They didn't. The Super Conqueror put 3 shots in. The T-57 Heavy didn't even fire a full mag, even though they were there for the... they were there. So, ouch. The T110E3 unfortunately got caught. Inexperienced player there, just got absolutely farmed. Didn't fire a shot off. Probably didn't boost their track health. Oof, sir. I'm impressed that I even managed to get 5 shots in there. And that just shows you just how good that concept gun is. All right, man. Well, like, we can't have so many rough games in a row. It's not possible. Man, I had a rough session with the BZ-176 as well. This is the second kind of like live YouTube video where I've been struggling. It's just how it goes, really. Hopefully these last couple of videos will show you that sometimes it doesn't matter how powerful a vehicle you play. You do get in those kind of 1 in 4 or 1 in 3 kind of games where your team just sucks. That's what it comes down to. All right. This is a really interesting situation for this vehicle. I'm tempted to take the turbo so that I can be able to get up and down quickly, but I feel like the accuracy as well. I don't think I need any more speed than I already have on this tank. Okay, so this map is like perfect for this vehicle, but the matchup really isn't. They've got so many dangerous tank destroyers, and they've got 2 artillery as well, that it could pose to be a real big problem for the concept. Nevertheless, I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to get forwards, get up on the ridge, and try and work this tank's magic. I've got 10 degrees of gun depression. I've got a good turret. I just got to be careful with the side of the turret here. And I've just got to be careful as well with their tank destroyers, especially like the FV405 and those 268s. They could get at the back, and it's going to be pretty ugly. So a Shelmer on the enemy team advancing forwards, a Concept coming forwards as well. That is 1 dead car. Sorry, Centurion Action 10. Good night, sweetheart. That's a tier 10 out the game. So I'm going to get forward, see if I can spot the TDs. They must have TDs back there. There's no way they don't have TDs back there. There's no way they don't have TDs back there. They must have TDs back there. I don't want to feed the FV405. Where is that FV405? I'm paranoid, man, right now. Do I dip my toes a little bit further into the bath? They've got to have something around there. It'd be almost impossible for them to not. What was that HE shell that just hit for 300? Was that an FV405? Maybe. I reckon there's something over there. I'm spotted right now. That's 60 TPs wanting me. Remember, he can overmatch the top of my tank, as I showed. He can overmatch the top of my tank. He's also got a really nice hold down position here on the Centurion, which is so weird. I'm going to poke again, see if I can maybe get the TDs to make a mistake at the back of the map. Just got to wonder where that FE405 is. I swear I hit that weak point clean, but I guess I got a load gold. Or maybe it wasn't quite clean. Maybe it was just a little bit too low. I'm just so worried about the FE405 at the back of the map. I swear he's baiting me for the TDs right now. That was a bad shot. I should have aimed that one a little bit more lower and left. I'm so worried about those tank destroyers. QuickyBabs is paranoid right now, but they haven't hit me yet. But it only takes one shell from an FE215B183 or an FE405 in this case. Same gun to definitely ruin your day. And as I said, that 60 TP can be able to overmatch the top of my tank. I don't understand why my artillery isn't pounding him. There's probably somebody back there right now. I'm just going to take my time because we're up on 3 kills even though we're down on hit points. As I open my big mouth, we're not up on so many kills. Maybe I can use this position, but you've got to be careful with them shooting you in the side of the turret there as well. Maybe I can swing over here and try and harass this rinoceronte. Ooh. He's firing HE, and he killed my driver? Interesting. Interesting mechanics there. I don't know why the rinoceronte is firing HE, but maybe he doesn't know why he's firing HE. Okay, so the Foch 155 just slammed the Centurion, which means there is definitely a 268 up there. And there is the CC Mark II. Must have got me in the lower plate, or maybe just in the side of the turret. Rinoceronte fired more HE. Oh wow, look, there's the 268. Maybe I can go harass that 268. Got to be careful, this 60 TP is throwing his weight around. That's one shot. Is the 60 TP coming after me? The Rinoceronte's thinking about it. I tell you what, I don't want to get hit by an HE shell back there. Alright, I need to go help this Gonkovica out. Gotta go help this Gonkovica out quickly. Man, that CC Mark II is a terrifying tank to fight here. Got him. I've got a stunned crew. Go on, guys, dump that. Nice! Nice, 1,500 tracking. Perfect. That T95 has a durability device, so I've got to watch out for that. Alright, I think I drop back now and go after the 268 again, now that I've stopped that CC Mark II from pushing and I've put the 60 TP back in their place. So let's go see if we can hunt this 268 once again. He must be around here somewhere, but he's a sneaky tank. The FE405 still hasn't been spotted, and a 268 has a kill who hasn't been spotted, meaning that the Centurion got killed probably by the 268 who's back there. Right? By the process of deduction. Oh no, there's the 268. So there's two 268s. Two 268s that are inside this position here. There's one, right through the gap. Hopefully I can get him easy peasy. Nice dead loader. Nice, he's got his soft wall is taken down as well. I might push here. The FE405 could make me very much regret my life very quickly. He's in a lot of trouble. I don't think he's facing me, is he? He's not. I got the kill on him the vast majority of the time here. Okay. Still a little bit concerned about where the FE405 is. I thought the gap between those buildings was bigger. There's the FE405. Looks like I might have hit him earlier, or somebody did. Alright, now I know where the FE405 is. That gives me more confidence in trying to get back here. I would have loved it if someone had hit him. Oh, great shot. Great shot, Gonkovica. Or was that the E4 punishing? Oh, FE405 is out. That means that the T95 is more vulnerable now. Well, this is at least a game where I feel like it's giving me more of an opportunity. I'm going to try and hunt this 60 TP without getting caught here. Oh, wow, there he is. Oh, we got to go then. We got to go then.
Moving in to support you.
I'm going to get the repair kit on as well. Wow, I'm so unlucky right now. That one should have gone in about at least 60 or 70% of the time. Alright, this 60 TP is doing a good job then. Well played to him. The artillery is giving me a pain right now. I'm going to swing over here and have to go after the 60 TP. He's doing a grand old job, isn't he? I've got to hope my artillery outplays him. Nice. That's what we need. Come on, Artie. No, not the enemy, Artie. Come on, Artie. My Artie's saying he's got... Oh, no, 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 no. No. Oh, the Artie is just pounding me right now. T95 gets the kill. I think I'm going to have to drop back for a second. Oh, Artie's doing such a good job. I might be dead here. I think I'm dead. Oh, of course, man. The Artie bags me. Well played. Just horrendous artillery focus. But that's the way that Artie should be. Well played to that 60 TP. They had a cracking game. Yeah, I guess my artillery was more focused on shooting the people down below, which is understandable, you know. They're trying to look after themselves, which I get. But if they'd hit that 60 TP as much as I was getting focused, I would have won this game. No doubt. I would have 10 out of 10 won this game. I could have outmaneuvered the T95, come back to deal with the 257. Well played to the 60 TP for getting the kill shot on me there. I was more focused on the T95 cresting the ridge, and I should have been focused on the 60 TP. Just brutal, man. Brutal. 5,300 combined, not enough to be able to take down this game unless my team do. But I honestly think that I could have done a little bit more here. I think I could have done a little bit more. So now I have an unpainted Bat Chat fighting with an IS-4 who is painted, but he's got 2 artillery to watch out for. And yeah, that's going to be one dead Bat Chat. So hopefully not the Bat Chat, sorry, the one dead IS-4. So hopefully our Bat Chat can manage to play here. Go kill SPG. Go kill SPG. Not T95. Oh man, maybe he can do it. Maybe he can do it. No, just go kill the artillery. Go kill the artillery. He's so confused, isn't he? He's so confused. So conflicted. Why would you wait for the T95 to just drive forwards? Go kill the arty. Please. Oh. This has been a frustrating session. Frustrating session. It almost looks like it's a bot, but it's not a bot. Maybe he can still do this. I don't understand what this player is doing right now. They look as confused as I am with how they are playing, that's for sure. It actually does look like a bot. Maybe he's thinking about setting up an ambush position, then looking over there. Maybe he's thinking about where the T95 is going to come from. The T95 isn't going to come from there. The Batchat15555 on our team says, "Is he a bot?" See, I'll have to. The other artillery says, "Yes." Oh man, my artillery is off on his travels. Nice. Says our Batchat15555. I have like 200 meters view range. Oh wow, is our artillery? Our artillery has 2 marks. He's gonna go for it. You can see our artillery at least hasn't had the worst of games because I got a communication expert going off. Well, look, the only way we really win this now is if this Bat Chat somehow goes in 1 versus 2 the other artillery, and then somehow the Bat Chat just catches the T95 while it reloads. Not reloads, while it camps. I'm not sure. Oh my goodness gracious, he's actually found that. No way. Think about the arty, dude. Think about the arty, dude. There's 2 artillery, dude. Oh my. He was here. SPG was there. 1 was there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it begins. The 1 versus 2 artillery encounter. Oh, they're both in cap now. They're both in cap. They're both cap. They're both in cap. He must have gone like that. He must have hit from hill. So I was a bit confused because it looked like the direction where the Batjack got hit was over here, right? But he actually hit him from on top of the hill. All right, well, it's go time. 1 versus 2 artillery. Our artillery has 440 hit points. That's not usually enough to take a hit. And this is really unfortunate as well because he's going to have to enter the cap circle. He says, Hara on our team says, this will be fun. Mate, good luck. Good luck, have fun. Why can't I put semicolons in the chat? Why can't I put anything but... That's weird. Apparently I... Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, not very fun. Not very fun for me. Oh, man. This was a game where, man, maybe I just got to face it. Maybe I got tilted with the previous 3 battles. I do think that if I just played a little bit better against the 60 TP and hit them as they come around the corner, that I would have won this game. All I needed was just like one more shot to be able to win it. Nevertheless, I dealt 5,700 combined, including the blind fire, and I'm number 1 on experience. Unfortunately, our Batjack gave it a good go at the end, but yeah, just a happy player there. Well played to their 60 TP, did 4,500. Decent player, top tier tank, did a good job. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of YouTube, I'm going to have to give it one more go. You know what? We're so far down. But at least that game was interesting, right? At least that game was close. It was interesting. I can't be sad about a game like that. It's just when you're meant to be playing like the most powerful vehicles, you feel like unless you're winning and just crushing, it's like, are you even playing, right? Anyway, I gave it a good go. Well played to the enemy artillery for harassing me as much as they did there. They did a really good job. I should have thought about the arty. And that is where arty is so important. Rebalancing overpowered tanks. A tank like this, played by a sweaty scrub lord like me, it's a dangerous tank. There's no doubt. It's a very dangerous tank. But if the artillery focus you, because you stay out in the open, it doesn't matter how much of a dangerous tank you are, doesn't matter how much of a sweaty scrub lord you are, the artillery is going to trade your hit points away. That's exactly what happened. Man, that was kind of funny that our artillery in that last game was like, this will be fun. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So the Concept 1B, it's undoubtedly a super powerful tank. But I'm not going to lie, it's never something that I've truly ever thought, I can't wait to play my Concept 1B. Can't wait. This was always a tank that I think I got bored of playing because I played it on my free-to-play account. That's right, I got the Concept for free on my free-to-play account from Ranked. I got gold in Ranked. Well, not gold, I got silver, I think, in Ranked. 2 seasons and gold once in 1 season. This is old Ranked. I'm not talking about Onslaught here. In Onslaught, I've got gold every single time on my free-to-play and champion on my main every single time. But, yeah, you got the Concept for free. Would you believe it? For free, would you believe it? If you just played 3 seasons of Ranked, as well as getting all the gold, all the goodies. Man, I miss Ranked from a free-to-play perspective. Probably not the most intelligent trade there to go after a teenage VZ51. But, I can't get him around that corner, and I don't want to get hit by the gorilla. But a trade's a trade sometimes. I feel like maybe just being a little bit cheeky and a little bit aggressive to get these guys out. I reckon the Batchat's in there. Yeah, he is. Good shot, though, by the Batchat. Confident, clean into that lower plate. It's a Batchat 25T AP. He's been spotted now, however. He might come out a little bit early. A designated target might give me the information that I need. Don't really want to just keep losing hit points to the Batchat. We don't have anyone over there, which is quite interesting. Position could actually be quite good for me. I've got to be careful with the Batchat. What am I doing? It's actually okay. I'll just mark the last known position of the Batchat. Why is the map not working? Mark the last known position of the Batchat, and then I'm going to proceed to fight these heavies. Panzer 7 lower plate, easy money. This is where I wanted to get. get a little bit hull down, see if these heavies will poke me. Again, I'm really worried about the 60 TP there. For multiple reasons. Overmatch potential. He decided he didn't want to fight me, which is really weird because he could have. I don't think he just realizes that he can overmatch the whole of my forehead. Easily overmatched on this tank, but he probably thinks like, oh, concept, OP tank can't possibly be able to get that. He can easily go through with AP, not so easily with heat. Mechanics, how do they work? Right, so I got a 115mm gun on this vehicle as far as I'm aware, so definitely no overmatching. I can go through that guy every single time with heat though. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, gotta watch out for the leopard up here. Or the E50 as the case may be. Good awareness though. At least I'm not falling into that pitfall. What? Really? Did you really have my lower plate? He must have. Because I've only been shot 3 times this game and... Revenge. Revenge. Revenge, he says. It's amazing how this tank does add up on damage. Good thing too, right? Man, that E50 could just clunk me. The UDES 3-3 could just clunk me. Get a little bit of revenge on the UDES. Get a nice bit of spotting on the UDES as well. I'm not going to say no to that. This game is won by my team about 90% of the time. So really, it's just a case of just seeing what I can farm up. But I kind of threw away my hit points to the UDES 3-3 and friends, so I might even get to farm that much. Tricky kinds of scenarios for today. I feel like the concept is definitely won mentally. But then again, when I take a look at, you know, where we've ended up on the teams today, we have been pretty much #1 player each time. It's just unfortunately being the #1 player on your team doesn't mean anything if your team doesn't win. Kind of worried about that UDES in that position. Want to farm the Bat Chat. The greed is real. Want to farm Bat Chat, but concerned about UDES. Well, I don't have to be concerned about him anymore. I could get tagged just in the side by the E50 if I try and go for this Bat Chat. But I gotta try and go for some shots here. That's a broken gun on the Bat Chat. Broken gun. Oh, and the 121B has relocated. Q, Q, Q. Alright, well, another very mediocre 3,500 combined today. It has not been QuickyBaby session, that's for sure. But just because it hasn't been Uncle Scrubby Baby session doesn't mean that the Concept 1B is not a super powerful tank that I would thoroughly recommend that you try and get your hands on. But to be able to get it, you're going to have to get to silver inside Onslaught. And that is pretty much out of the reach for at least probably half of the player base, I would say. But if you're up for the challenge, and you're a competitive player, or you don't mind at least sweating and learning a game mode that isn't anything like the random queue and playing competitively within it, and you're willing to spend the, whatever it is, 15,000 bonds or so that this tank costs, do I recommend the concept? Yeah, I do. It's a very strong tank in all scenarios. You'll do well in it. But however, I would say that if you already have like a chieftain prototype, then the concept doesn't feel so special because the concept doesn't make extra credits. It doesn't make bonds as well, like the Chieftain Proto will. And so if you already have that tank, then you might actually want to just skip on the concept altogether. Because while undoubtedly the concept is better than the Chieftain Proto, just that economy, it gives you the same kind of flavor of gameplay, but I'd rather have the economical advantages of the Chieftain prototype. And for all of you out there who don't want to spend money and don't have lots of bonds, just get yourself the AE Phase 1. And then you've got a vehicle that even gets like a free large repair kit as well. So you're going to do better with regards to that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And I just gotta pray when I play the most powerful heavy tank next week for my live video that I'm gonna get a little bit more lucky, because things definitely didn't feel like they were going my way here, but maybe I've got to accept responsibility myself. Anyway, well, I'll just wait for this one to pan out, show how it goes, and luckily it will indeed be a win. Whew. So what? 2 out of 5 wins today, and very mediocre combines for the concept. Well, not that bad. Mediocre, but not like a complete disaster. But yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. World of Tanks is an absolute jungle out there. An absolute jungle out there. I still finished 3rd on experience, which is why this is 3rd on damage. So maybe my expectations are a little bit too high. And really, that is what's strong about this tank, is that even when you think, I could have done more, I could have done better, it's usually down to the potential. And if you are, for example, taking part in a mission marathon and trying to finish in like the top 5 of your team, for example, or just try and grind as much experience as you can, a vehicle like this is indispensable. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.